Okay, cool.
For some reason, your audio is coming through my whatchamacallit, my laptop, not the beats.
Not the headphones.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure that out real quick.
All right. Well, we're recording, so who gives a shit? Uh, um, cool. It's good to see you. See, dude, this is a good idea. I knew this is a good idea because we should be having these conversations anyways. And it is better eyeball to eyeball. I mean, it would be better in person, but this is as good as it gets right now.
It's as good as it gets, baby.
That's true. Are you using a Mac?
And say something again.
Are you using a Mac?
No.
Oh, okay. I would imagine it's under audio and then inputs and outputs, and you want to have. Oh fuck! I don't know. That sounded like words that would be correct.
Input.
Yeah, you like the headphones. The headphones headphones are being input or output. I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
So advanced. All right, yeah, fuck it. I'll play through there.
You could always do this too if you want. Have like the one yeah.
Stylish.
Yeah. You look like a pretty turn me up in my headphones.
Huh?
How was your work today, man?
That was awful.
Was it?
No, it wasn't that bad.
You were like minorly bitching, and like if you're bitching about anything, I assume like you got your dick shot off. You're like, yeah, it's kind of it's kind of hot here. Like it's probably scathing hell. Tyler's probably melting his skin off right now.
Terrible. They want all three of my nuts. It's too much.
Do you enjoy doing your work, or is it?
Well, I mean, it's not bad all the time. Like I said, today I was mostly driving around, and it seems like everybody else is on quarantine right now, so it's kind of nice to be a little free and outside of my room.
Right.
Whereas
Yeah.
everybody's kind of trapped inside.
Where are you staying right now?
I just got like a barracks room, man. Nothing too fancy.
Okay.
It's kind of little like a college dorm, anything like that.
Do you get your room to yourself, or do you have roommates?
So I got a roommate.
Okay.
He's got his own like room though.
That's nice.
It's like a shared like bathroom, kitchen.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. It's like a hotel setup, kind of.
Yeah.
Something like that. Cool, man. Well, dude, I wanted to address this because, like, fuck if this is just kind of a test or whatever. But I did kind of want to, because I was talking about. Did you see my post on Facebook
Yeah,
yesterday?
I was there with you.
Did you see how engaging? Like, people were fucking. I
Yeah,
don't know.
all
Yeah, dude. Like, people were super. I don't know. They seem enthusiastic about it, which made me really happy. But just because I wanted to speak on mental health, because like for you outwardly appear you're like a tortured genius, like you outwardly like appear so calm, and like you have such a chill demeanor. You remind me of one of my buddies, Teal, who has the same kind of thing, but like he deals with anxiety and shit. It just doesn't show. Because me, like I suffer out loud. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. I feel anxious. And you guys just
better
kind
to
of
bleed that complaint off a little bit, every once in a while.
maybe, yeah, but that's why I was always interested in your kind of mental health, because like you've been through some pretty dark periods,
Yeah, I've had my fair share of not so good days.
Right.
In a row.
Right, consecutively. Yeah. But that always fascinated me, just because you've always been like polar opposite of me. Like you've always been very strong, first to finish at football, all that shit. I was always trying to fucking sit on the sidelines and, can I kick? I don't want to play. And you were just always the opposite. So I think it's interesting because like, I got diagnosed with whatever, I have, my borderline personality, all this like crazy shit. And like, you still seem to have, a lot of the same emotions as me though,
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we're both human, we're all human. We're all gonna have these ways of relating to each other that we call emotions,
Right.
And like it's crazy because for a while I felt like I wasn't going through those at all, and I think that had a lot to do with like the deployment and just not being so in survival mode that you don't want to have emotions. You don't want to have any of that because it might mean making mistakes, and like when mistakes can, cost yours or another person's life, it's like it's risky, and it's a lot of pressure to whether or not you're placing it on yourself or just being in the scenario. But like I said, I mean, I'm still figuring it out, and I think there's been such a stigma against getting any type of therapy or help, and like especially in the military. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy to try and go through all of these things and on your own, essentially,
Right.
because one trip to the therapist could mean my career is over,
Right. Right. Because we were talking
So,
about that briefly yesterday.
yeah,
And like having the duty of having like not only your own life on the line, but having like other people's lives in your hands. Like I've never had that experience, and I would be over fucking whelmed like that, because one mistake, like you said, it can cost lives. Like it's really tumultuous, and like it seems like a very precarious position to be in.
yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of pressure, but life back home here, it's been a little bit better. If anything, it's almost been more stressful here, just because it's like all the same rules, if not more rules, are enforced and applied, and there's way less going on, which is
Right.
it's kind of crazy that all that
Right. Is is
current.
it is it hard for you to like not be doing things like, because my mom is like we're quarantined, she got laid off, and like she's going fucking insane. It's hilarious. Like she
Yeah, it's. I think it just has a lot to do with just being stimulated. Like, like it feels good to be stimulated, for a lot of people, especially nowadays. Like our phones are always readily accessible, and you got like God knows how many apps,
right, and it's weird.
games that I've played once.
Right, right. And it's weird
On there.
because there's so much dopamine at the tips of your fingers. Like, excuse me, even like yesterday posting that on Facebook. Like I don't often post anything important or whatever, but like even having those people just like reciprocate to whatever the podcast, or I put a picture up with like a little Trump mask or something, and just like
Yeah,
having people whatever.
you found it in a rental
Yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nasty.
It's really comfortable, dude. But like just like having those people like your things or comment or whatever, like there's like a lot of stimulate, like there's it's stimulating, and there's a dopamine rush that you
Yeah.
get from that.
Every time somebody hits the like button and that sends a vibration to your phone, that's a stimulation,
Yeah.
and your body reacts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
So, yeah,
It's
much
really
much
fucking weird.
much more complex than I'm sure things were before, this technology crazy age that we're living in.
Yeah, I hear like because this is the biggest thing since the Gutenberg revolution, since the printing press, is like, because way more people can this isn't my own thoughts,
Oh yeah.
but like way more people can listen than can read. So
Yeah.
like this communication, this is all fairly new, and like it seems to, like, we don't know what kind of adverse effects it has on people right yet, and like I don't know if we will for a while now, but like I can't imagine sitting on Facebook all day or Twitter or Insta or whatever. It's got to be akin to the same thing, close to like pornography addiction, like where it's bad for you. It's okay in like small dosages, but I feel like if you're, because like I had to delete Twitter from my phone and Facebook from my phone, because I was just using them all the time and checking like everything and seeing what other people were doing, and it was so unhealthy for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Instagram itself. I mean, it's hard to not even see it as almost like a Pornhub pregame kind of thing.
Right, it is.
It's like
Well,
it's
mine
like
is specifically too, dude. All those girls with their big booty, thank God bless,
yeah.
but like I could do with a
Like,
little less of that. I don't need to be horny
how,
all the time.
how did I get here?
Yeah, right.
And it's
What happened?
yeah,
Yeah.
that the internet trap of,
That is so funny, dude. Porn, like Instagram is like pre-game porn, like literally.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't, actually that's yeah, that translates because I've definitely been like, God damn, she's hot, and then jerked off about 3 minutes later.
Like I said,
What are you
pre-game.
gonna yeah what are you gonna do? Yeah, I know that's my new pre-gaming now. Since I don't drink, I start to go out on Instagram before I go out and jo for the night. Gotta turn in.
Yeah.
God,
It's a
that's
good,
funny.
it's a good few minutes.
Yeah,
But
man.
hey, it's
God.
cheaper than the movies,
Yeah, it
and we don't
is.
even have those anymore.
No, we don't. Yeah, it's so weird. How do you see this whole thing? How long do you think this is going to be going on for? What's your prediction for this whole Corona shit?
I mean, I'm no doctor, dude, but
Right.
I mean, it changed everything. You
Everything.
know, it's just, in some ways, I honestly think it could be for better purposes too, though. Obviously, the death toll is
Not
not a
great.
good thing,
No, not great.
but in a lot of ways, it's brought people together. I mean, like me and you talking right now, like it's making us utilize technology in a beneficial way. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah, that's a good point. It has changed it's kind of made technology turn for the better. We're using it to
yeah,
connect instead of disconnect so much.
yeah. Time at home. Like it's funny. I had spent like past like week or so with my at my girlfriend's house, and like she's got her cats there, and like
Right.
before she was going into work, she wouldn't be spending time with the cats at all. So come nighttime, they'd they'd have vengeance.
Right. Right.
They'd go crazy because they'd be so excited to see her, But now it's like they can kind of mellow out because they have a little mommy and me time, all the
Getting some
time.
attention.
Yeah, it was good to be there and you know tire the kids out
Right. Yeah. How many
before bedtime.
how many cats does she have?
Just two. Yeah,
Okay, that's not horrible.
nothing
Dude,
crazy.
I remember you with Bandit and what was your other cat?
And then Kitty.
Yeah, Bandit and Kitty. Because I have
They,
Kitty now. I
they,
have Kitty the second.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Bandit, dude. Bandit was a bastard.
Bandit was chill, dude. There's a
Was
new
he?
one. There's Luna.
Did I ever meet Luna?
Tessa's got Luna now.
Oh man. Dude, that's
So
so weird that she's gonna be 16 soon. Like I remember her being a potato, you know?
yeah, she's definitely grown up. But
What have you I got a what are you how do you see social media impacting her? Does it seem like high school is different than when we were there?
um
Can you
I would
tell?
definitely think so. I mean, Instagram is the new Facebook or MySpace of, we were kind of moving out of MySpace era for our age group.
Right.
Um, obviously if Instagram is the new thing and that's the Pornhub pregame, like,
Right.
that it sets a standard of, you know, earlier development, earlier whatever,
Totally.
exposure to sex, everything, drugs. I mean, I don't really see too much drugs on any of my feed, but
It's there if you look for it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's interesting, man. That's interesting because it's because it's not that big of a generational gap. It's about a decade. And I feel like technology has like adapted and grown so much, like even in the past 10 years that it's insane. And like, I'm just interested to see what kind of damage this does long term and like compared to like drugs or because like, I did the whole drug thing. I didn't like, like I was dumb. I did the whole drug. I never got like addicted to like Instagram. I had maybe debatably a porn addiction for a little bit, but like I never, I had, I was cool. I had real drug problems, like like a smart guy, you know?
porn's free, dude.
Yeah, it's true. Heroin's not.
Although that's definitely even tying that back to like kids nowadays. It's like that is their sex education, and it's like
Right.
that's
That's kind of scary though
Saw
too.
it on Pornhub, and it's like every kid has a phone pretty much. It's easily accessible, and like it says a lot about intimacy. And like I think there's a huge gap because of what we're seeing externally is all, this is what it means to be successful, to have intimacy. And like that's a lot of what I've been writing about recently is the opposite of that, like moving into trying to seek fulfillment internally, and then everything else comes to you, when
Dude,
you're taking care of yourself.
that's interesting that like because I was reading I think I told you I finished 3 books when I was in fucking the psych ward. But the subtle art of not giving a fuck, it talks about looking
Yeah,
inward. Such a great book. I might actually send you that. Would you read it?
I've actually read it.
You
I
read
read it
it?
when I was on deployment.
Of
So,
course you did. Why would I suggest them? Did you ever read the Four Agreements?
Four Agreements. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've read it.
It's real short and
Order, okay.
sweet, but it's be impeccable with your word. Fuck, I'm not even gonna try to remember them. Be impeccable with your word. Never make assumptions. I don't know, but it's about looking inward, just like you said you were writing about, because like that really is where whatever they say, happiness is wanting what you have or some shit, something along those
Yeah,
lines.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think
makes
that's
sense.
that's true, and I think there's so many external factors nowadays that it's I think it's got to be impacting us in one way or another, and we're not really taking time to reflect. It seems like at least our generation doesn't really,
Yeah,
because I noticed so much that everybody wants to change the world in our generation and nobody wants to change themselves. Like
yeah,
everybody wants to fix these huge problems without having their own shit together, and it's
yeah.
like
It's
that's not how
a
it
good place
works.
to start for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Which I just think I find that fascinating. Our
Yeah.
generation is so embarrassing in some ways. I mean, you know, I mean, myself included, but yeah, man.
Maybe that's why we all have to stay in.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Uh, damn.
But yeah, it's very. I think it is very easy to get addicted when you're pushing everything externally, trying to attain that, and even just a minor thing of attention. It's like
Right.
when that is unfulfilled, you feel empty, and it's it's definitely an uphill battle to gain that back.
Yeah, I agree. And attention is the new currency. People have said that and everything, but it really
Yeah,
is. Like, likes or having like even having this conversation, just if this captivates people, that's currency. And that can be turned into literal currency now, you
yeah.
know?
Well, that's one of the really cool things I like about Instagram is essentially gives everybody an unlimited amount of currency. And so like that's how I kind of try and use it to kind of see what I'm actually interested in
Right.
beyond the butts,
Right.
like,
Yeah, beyond the obvious shit.
you
Yeah.
know, the things that you actually do end up following more so than people, that generally is like, yeah, as simple as it sounds, the things that you're interested, the things you like. But
Right.
it's interesting if you're using Instagram and you think about it, if you didn't have unlimited likes, what are the things you would be interested in?
Right.
It can be a really good tool to actually see what you're interested in.
I've seen that. I've seen because I've heard about it and I've done it myself because I'll curate things like, I don't like workout or anything, but I'll find some kind of things about diet or something about exercise, or I'll find somebody that talks about how to play guitar or how to rap. And like, if I just
Oh yeah.
followed those people about the things I'm interested in, like it would be a great tool. But, I get distracted by all the booty and all this shit on the side. And it's just mindless
Yeah.
fodder, It's like I'm not gonna fucking fuck any of these e-girls. Like that, it's not. I mean, not yet, at least, And it's just like it's a pipe dream for now. So like, I
Yeah.
should be focusing on what's important. If I'm gonna jerk off, I should just jerk off. I shouldn't have to look at Instagram and then get horny. I hate that. It feels
Yeah,
like
it's
it feels
a
manipulative.
yeah, it's a manipulative process, but you're manipulating yourself, you know.
Right. Right. I
So
think that's why it's so frustrating
yeah,
because you did it to yourself and you knew you were doing it.
yeah,
Yeah. At least in my case.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Interesting.
it's a lot of cool stuff nowadays. But
Do you
just
follow?
finding.
do you have like a curated things that you follow on Instagram, like fitness or army related or
Um,
anything like that? Cooking?
I think so. One easy way to find out, but I know definitely medical school stuff.
Right.
And,
Oh
like a
yeah.
lot
Are
of
you
type,
are,
a
are you
lot of
still are you still gonna do that?
I don't know. Probably it's probably not for me, but like I am really still interested in psychology and maybe see where that takes me if that leads into teaching or whatever. Just taking it
Right.
one day at a time, figuring it out.
Right.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of that, and definitely a lot of science stuff. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of like I follow this one thing. It's called like kite boarding, and it's
Okay.
like it's just really cool. Like they're just kind of combining like sailing with really cool like parachuting, and it just looks like a lot of fun, especially like skiing too, snowboarding stuff.
Totally, dude. You should. I wish I could have taken you when you were out here, dude. I wish I snood or skeet booted.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. It was a lot of fun, dude. Like when I came out and visited you, like Boulder and like Colorado Powder is really really nice,
it's
and like
nice, right?
it's you can get some speed out there.
Yeah,
I
man.
wasn't ready. Like I told you,
Oh, he
like
wasn't ready.
I
Yeah.
I, I went up thinking, I was going up the bunny hill. I was just because I'd driven like about like an hour or two, just to get out there. And then I was so ready to get up on the slopes that I hopped on the first chairlift I saw. And as I'm going up it, I'm starting to get off, and I see blue diamond, black diamond, double black diamond. I'm
Oh
like,
boy. I don't know if I'm in the right spot. That's hilarious. Yo,
I probably. I was gonna
people
say,
come here for that.
oh yeah, yeah. It's just funny, man. Like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think you'd get out there, but like even more so, like I think the freedom of just the freedom of being there is really fulfilling for me.
Yeah,
And
I would
I don't know
imagine.
whether that's an external or internal validation, but like a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Can you just double check and make sure like your headphones are plugged in and everything's plugged in straight? I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
Oh yeah, so I think you're playing through your audio is coming through my laptop. I could turn it down a little bit.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't think it's like some staticky like yeah, kind of noise. Hold on. All right, yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah, probably just when I'm moving around.
I don't know. Yeah, it's either that or it might even be on my end, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you enjoyed skiing while you're out here?
Oh, for sure. That's
You skied, right? You didn't snowboard?
yeah. I went skiing.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked it up pretty fast after I fell probably like 5 feet into the first hill.
Right.
I was like,
Naturally. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't even know if I told you, but the whole thing about that was like, so I didn't even ride down the first hill that I went up. I told you I was stuck up there on that like black diamond, and I walked down pretty much the whole way.
Did you? It's a fucking black diamond though, dude. I mean, that makes sense at least.
Even just walking down it definitely took me a while,
I
but
bet. Was it scary?
I was a little bit scared.
Yeah. That peed a little bit, yeah.
It's like, because it's funny because like whenever I'd get a little bit of speed going, I just like all I see is me in a, I don't know if you ever seen what is it, Christmas Vacation, when he oils up the sled.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I just imagine me coming down on skis like that, like I can't stop.
yeah.
but yeah, I hopped over on the bunny hill, and the bunny hill over there is still pretty big, you know. But
Yeah.
I figured it out, and then I was cruising and had my little speed going.
Did you enjoy your road trip throughout everything? How is your boy over in the guy with the farm? You know who I'm talking about?
So he's got like a ranch. He's doing pretty well. He's still in. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but yeah, he's doing good, and he loves snowboarding too. You know,
That's
he's
good.
he's out there all the time.
Well, he lives in the right place for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good,
no,
man.
it's good. That's one of the things I've definitely missed. I think the most about like being deployed was I think I forgot how to have fun, and you know, it seems like such a strange thing to forget, but you know, definitely like I said, friends and family support system has been really helpful in terms of like getting that back. And
Right. Are you on good terms with your parents?
yeah,
Yeah. Good. I'm glad to
yeah,
hear that, man. I know you and your dad have had some rough spots sometimes.
yeah. Going home is always like kind of interesting because you know I'm always gonna be their little baby, you know. But
You are.
but you know, like I'm definitely growing up,
Yeah, no shit.
and it feels good to grow up, you know.
Does it for you?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
scares the shit out of me. I'm older than you and I'm still scared, dude.
Yeah, like a month.
Yeah, I know. Still.
But no, it really does feel good to be able to, you know, take responsibility. And like I think that's the biggest part about being an adult. That I mean
Agreed.
it can be overwhelming especially if you're thrown too much at once.
Yes.
But you know, I know you talked a little bit about like your experience with uh being in like psych ward rehab, and
Right.
like that's it's kind of, they put you back in that state of a child, and
Right.
if
Yeah.
you have a temper,
Yeah.
like
Dude, you should have seen me. I was throwing temper tantrums in there. I was trying to break a chair off. I was trying to break the metal part of a chair off in my room, and one of the nurses came by and goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Trying to make a shank." And they had to fucking lock me outside of my room, put me on suicide watch, and like
I
watch me the whole night, dude. It was a fucking mess.
yeah, I remember talking to you. I was like, do you even know how to make a shank?
Yeah,
you're
no.
like you're like no.
I just wanted to
So
hurt myself, dude. I was fucked up in that psych ward, man. But you're correct about that, like reverting you back to a child, and I think that's what's really helped because I'm like 50, yeah, 55 days or 56 days sober now or something, and like I don't think I would have been able to manage without having to be fucking torn back to be a child, to have to sit in a room and like learn to socialize again, to have to learn like all the basics again. I think that it fucking sucked the whole time. I was like bitchy and suicidal, but like I think it was necessary, you know?
yeah, you do need to go through those. You need to experience your emotions fully in order to understand and kind of be able to maintain them, you know.
Dude, dealing with emotion. Yeah, and then it was like I got hit with a fucking train of bricks because like I haven't really dealt with my emotions on life's terms in a long time. You know, that's why I was using drugs and alcohol the whole time. And then everything hit me at once, and I was like, I need to kill myself like immediately, you know? And
Yeah,
then like,
abort.
yeah, I was like, abort, yeah, a mission abort. No, 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 no. But
Yeah,
like, I think overall it ended up being a net positive, I think. And like, I don't know how long I'll be sober, you know, whatever they say, one day at a time and all that shit. But I got some resources, some really good people I met in there. And like, it was funny because like, I went to the psych ward initially. Well, I went to detox and then they kicked me out because I had a mental breakdown. They sent me to the hospital, went to the psych ward and was doing good there. So they got me a scholarship to go to rehab. So I went to rehab. They got kicked
yeah,
out of rehab for being suicidal. And then once I got back out, they sent me in the psych ward for like 5 days. I was like kind of the liaison or whatever between like the nurses and the people, because I was like greeting everybody. I was like, hey, what are you in for? Like everybody's there for being suicidal pretty much. And I was like, how you doing? Like, you want to come watch the VHS tapes with us? Because they had fucking VHS instead of
yeah.
DVDs for some reason. and like
helping them feel,
comfortable.
they're comfortable at part of something.
Yeah, because like I wish somebody would have done that for me when I was there. It was
Yeah,
like, and like so I ended up actually have like a couple of the people's numbers and I talked to them, and it's like they were
yeah,
just really grateful and I was grateful that I was able to do something. Like it feels I forgot how good it feels to help people, That's
yeah.
also
That's
why
a very important part of being human.
yes, it is. And that's what I hope this kind of podcast will do. I hope somebody will get something out of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure they will.
us included,
Whether
obviously.
you intend to or not, and whether they receive it or not, it's see how it works out.
Right. Well, people seem so receptive. They were like, tell stories, do interviews, do all that, like all these like normal things. And I was like, that's fucking great. Like, cause like for this, like with us, we should do this weekly. I hope this is still recorded. I don't even know if this is going to be recorded or not, which it doesn't really matter though. Cause like, this is a good conversation for us to be having anyway. And I like talking to you, obviously, you're my best friend. Like, so like, we should be doing this anyway, but like, if it works out and like is a podcast or whatever, like even better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to keep doing it.
Yeah,
Whenever.
because and like the thing is like if I'm scheduled, then I'll be held accountable, and like it's like good for me to be on a schedule because then otherwise I fall apart.
Routine.
Yeah, I fall apart without a routine, and I'm pretty bad at getting into them. But once I get routines, they stick pretty well usually. I was pretty good at doing heroin. I was pretty good at drinking. It became routine. Maybe we'll do a more positive one this time. Yeah.
That's not a bad plan.
Yeah, it's a start, man.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to bring up at all? Like any topics or anything that you want to talk about? Anything that's bothering you?
I mean, I thought I did end up looking at that book that you suggested, Blood Meridian.
Right.
The same author, he wrote No Country for Old Men. Too.
All the Pretty Horses. Yeah.
Yep.
One of my mom's favorite. Dude, do you remember my mom went and saw No Country for, what's it called? No Country for Old Men?
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
I almost got it wrong too.
My mom went and saw that, and me and you were at the movie theater, and we went and saw a different movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My mom went and saw, I remember that. She brought us, and then she went and saw that, and we saw like, I don't know what it was.
I definitely missed going to the movies.
Have you seen that movie, No Country for Old Men?
I probably fell asleep.
Okay, dude, you always fall asleep during movies since you were a fucking kid.
Well, that's why I missed the movies because I could just pay for a quick nap.
That's fucking great.
Quick public nap.
That's great, man. Do you fall asleep in the theaters too?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
You should have seen me, dude. I think it was like I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
I was up for the first and last 10 minutes, and I wake up and I'm like, this movie doesn't make sense.
Oh, I wonder why. That's fucking great, dude. That's so funny. Shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, the Blood Meridian though. It did.
Right.
Yeah, it just seemed really interesting about just savagery and why those things kind of exist.
Right. I've heard so the two views are this is an amazing book. This is one of the best books I've ever read. Or I saw this on Amazon. A guy actually wrote the guy sure knows a lot of words. Like he made a 1-star review and he's like, yeah, the guy knows a lot of words. And I was like, hey, dipshit, it's a book. That's what you use to communicate. Like, of course he knows a lot. So it's people that are either like stupid and don't get it or people that really like it. I imagine I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah. Seems like that guy probably had like an ego thing going on, It's like,
yeah, he's like, this motherfucker knows words. This motherfucker think he knows words. Ooh, tough guy.
Everybody's got to say something.
Yeah. But did it seem interesting though to you?
Yeah, honestly, I'll probably look into like picking it up. I got like a long list of reading to go on. I got Secret Life of Cows.
Really?
sitting on my little desk over there.
That's awesome, man. I got so many, but I'm reading this book called Running with Scissors. It's a memoir about this gay kid, and like the most recent chapter, it's his memoirs. This is what happened in his life. He walked in on his mom getting her pussy ate by like one of their good family friends. which I was like, nice.
Oh, how nice.
He was 13.
Nice.
He was 13 when he did that, and he like left and smoked a cigarette immediately. But the fucking memoir is hilarious. There's a doctor that has a masturbatorium. It's just a place where he jerks off. Yeah, I like the guy. How many how many books do you think you've read in your life? Over 100?
No, honestly, like there'll be days where like I'll read a book in like a day. Like I read pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, you told me too. After this, you should talk to me about that reading faster, like speed reading, because I'd like to learn that.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of techniques to
Is there like some videos you
really
could send?
capture the information.
Okay.
Like in terms of speed reading, like even sometimes just timing yourself to get a baseline and an idea of like how fast you're reading.
Right.
I mean, that's typically like a good start. But I had learned from just from Google, and like I was in this one program where we got to meet like the world's fastest reader
You were
and
telling
writer.
me. You told me about this.
Yeah, it's pretty
Go on.
cool. He's just like a quiet kind of. I think he's a quiet Jewish guy. Yeah, he is from Brooklyn. He grew up in like
Figures.
he's just pretty normal guy, except like somehow he just always he mastered like the art of reading pretty much, and I guess he uses like more than one sense. So, he's looking at the words, but he's also touching the book. And I guess I don't know, maybe it's just like the extra stimulation makes him feel more aware, so he captures more information.
Weird. Does he do
But
TED Talks or anything?
um I don't know, but like I've definitely seen him like videos of him read a book, and like you could ask him like questions like on what page, he's been doing it for a while, but like he's a pretty interesting guy, it's I can't remember his name. I'll have to look it up, but
Yeah, let me know.
yeah, he's super interesting guy. Like all of his kids are like super fast reading, and like they graduated early from law school. Like I think his
Nerds.
youngest is like
Nerds. Fucking
he's like
nerds.
16 years old or something. But
Jesus Christ, really?
yeah,
So
he
he's
had
got
one.
brilliant kids.
He actually had one really cool story. He was saying he was like in between jobs, I guess, and he came across this opportunity to be a photographer for a cruise line, and he was able to utilize his speed reading techniques to learn really fast, and he got the job, and he got a
Wow.
free vacation out of it.
That's fucking sick, dude.
So
Fuck.
it's really cool.
Have you That is fucking cool. That's righteous. And we'll have to talk to him. Yeah, I want to talk to you about reading off camera and shit. What did I want to say? Oh, what I wanted to mention, Mark Manson, the guy that wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I'm reading his second book. It's called Everything Is Fucked, of course.
Oh yeah.
But he has a program that I'm interested in. He offers like 7 different programs. If you subscribe to his website, it's $46 a year, and like they seem really interesting. We'll talk about this shit off air. I'll send you some of this shit. But I wanted to ask, have you ever heard of a book called Man's Search for Meaning?
Man's Search for Meaning. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Man's
Search for Me. Yeah. I was I was in the psych ward with this 82-year-old man named Dick, who is so cool. He was reading a 1,200-page book on the history of violence, human violence. He was brilliant, and he recommended it to me because, like I said, I found out I liked reading in the psych ward. That's how I found it. I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. This is a good way to take up my time. Like, so yeah, I want to go to Man's Search for Meaning. Man, what else? Yeah, dude, we should join it. We should make a book club, bro.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we should. That'd be sick.
We have a lot of books.
You know what we could do is we could do a podcast on a books and just go chapter by chapter on a book that we read, talk about it, and then that would be sick.
Yeah,
That could be
definitely.
fun, man. And that then we'd both be reading because you're always so productive. I want to get to like if I can be 5% as productive as you, I will be living my dreams probably, honestly.
As long as you're moving in one direction. Like sometimes I'll have like trouble because I'm moving in all different directions, trying to, you
Right.
know, always moving laterally, trying to figure out where I want to move forward.
Right.
But like writing has been like really good outlet for me, and like it's something
Right.
I love
You-
doing every day. And like I'll even find myself at work, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was writing right now. Like
Really?
so, yeah. So I'll jot down ideas, and like it just they turn into stories.
Dude,
It's
you sound kind of like sorry to cut you off. You sound kind of like Jordan Peterson though, because he just what he did was he sat down for his first book and he wrote 3 hours every day, like for sure every day, three
yeah,
hours
that's
he
a
wrote.
lot for
Yeah, yeah.
first time.
But like you remind me of him in that sense. Like you guys are both very disciplined, highly intelligent individuals, you know?
Yeah, well, I think the discipline part for sure. Like if I'm passionate about it, like you should see me at work, dude. Like I am so passionate about like just not having to do things that I don't want to do.
Oh, I know. I remember when you worked at the mall security job, you were telling me and you just fucking slept all the time.
Not all the time, but I would definitely. Yeah, I got the opportunity. To, I was going up to the roof and whacking golf balls when I was working every night. That's pretty fun.
Hold up, your mic's break. Can you hold on? Try talking again?
Hear me? Can you hear me?
A little bit. Come on, keep going. Just yada yada yada.
Um, Amazing golf ball whacker guy.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's better. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
What kind of computer do you have?
Um, I got like a new Lenovo. Um,
Nice. Do you like it?
yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean,
It's a laptop?
yeah, I just needed a new one because the one I was using on deployment kind of crapped out on me.
And
But
you're not a Mac guy, right? Do you have an iPhone?
I got an iPhone.
Right. And but you don't really give a shit about like being
Yeah,
getting a
I
yeah.
mean,
Did I
whatever
share
whatever works.
did I tell you about the computer that I have right here?
No, no.
Dude, I have a 3 terabyte fucking 2014 24-inch. It's huge, 24-inch iMac that's worth like 25 to like 3 grand. My friend Teal, he's a trust fund baby. He's super cool. It was just
Hmm.
laying under his bed one day and I happened to have $400 and I was like, "Do you have a computer for sale?" And he's like, "Yeah, man." And I'm like, blah blah blah. So he just sold me this fucking monster computer for fucking $400, dude.
Big
So
diesel.
lucky. So lucky, dude. Shout out to Teal. I don't think he'll ever watch this, but shout out
Yeah,
Teal. I got
yeah,
lucky. Sorry to bring
yeah.
it into monetary things, but I'm so happy
No,
about this computer.
yeah.
What's going on with those jerseys behind you? Those maroon.
Uh, we got Forrest Gump.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
That's dope. Is that
best college
yours?
football player of all time.
Is that yours?
Well, it's hanging in my room.
I know, but oh right, yeah. You said you said your fucking roommate. You guys just share a bathroom, right?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. He's got his own room and everything.
Gotcha.
Slight
Gotcha.
confusion.
How big is the room? Is it like the size of? You remember my room?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
is it
Honestly,
about that size or a little bigger?
it's probably about the same size, actually. Yeah. Now I think about it.
And are you
So
pretty comfortable in your you're dude, you know what? I think you've mastered that I really want to master is you've mastered being comfortable being uncomfortable. You're really good at that, in my eyes.
yeah, it. I think that comes back to honestly just being comfortable with yourself.
Right.
Like no matter where you are, like it's pretty sweet that you get a bed. you know,
It's pretty great. Yeah.
it's even cool if you got a hammock.
Yeah,
But
I know. I know.
is that
Did
still
you
You still keep that set up at all, or what?
No, did I tell you? I guess it must have been after you left. I helped a kid move, and I got a queen size. He gave me a queen size bed.
Okay.
Dude, he gave me a Tempur-Pedic. It lifts up. You can store shit under it. It's just like the computer. I can't brag about it enough. It's such a nice bed now. But I still do have the hammock, just in
Yeah.
case.
I think I actually see it back there. Is that blue bag?
Yep, that's it. Yep, just in case.
Yeah.
And you see my little anime body pillow?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you know it.
Lord
Talking
knows
about,
where that's been.
yeah, who knows what that's touched. Yeah, dude, it stands up on its own from how much semen I've put all over it.
Fantastic. It's one of those firm
Yeah,
mattress type
it's
things.
one of those crusty Yeah, it's one of those crusty pillows. You know
Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
type.
It's new on the market, dude.
Yeah, brand new, fresh to market.
Invest now.
It comes pre-cummed on. Yeah. God, what a fucking gay thing to have. What are you gonna do? Oh, and dude, I'm starting to sell things on eBay now too. Like I bought a bunch of you can fucking there's Goodwill auctions online. Yeah, dude, so they have auctions and you can just bid on shit from Goodwills all around the world. And I just bought a bunch of Nintendo DSs and now I'm selling them on eBay. I want to
That's
start
kind of cool.
doing I was always really good at flipping shit, so I want to start doing that again, selling shit again.
Yeah. No, I mean it seems like I mean if there's a desire, like there's some 40-year-old dude who's gonna want to play a DS because
No,
wants to
seriously.
revert to those good old times.
Yeah, yeah. No, really though. It's like I got three different offers for because I always sold on Amazon. This is my new thing is selling on eBay. So it's been interesting. But that's something I want to do monetarily. I want to podcast and I want to start flipping shit. Those are the two things I want to do, really.
Well, the great thing about podcasts, it really doesn't cost anything.
No,
You know?
well, the things that it does cost, I already have an audio interface. Like I have all the equipment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you about it, but like I have this adapter, this dongle adapter, so I can take my iPhone and
Oh
then
yeah, yeah.
plug it in, so I can use my XLR. I can use this mic with my iPhone video, which is dude, iPhone 10s record in 4K. If you go to settings, you can record in 4K. It's insane.
Yeah.
So that's really nice,
Yeah.
I think.
Technology is crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. This is all older technology too. Like this mic, everything. This is like 5 years old now, and it's still like perfectly fine. Like even your little setup is perfectly fine for podcasting.
Yeah, I literally have you on like a little an oversized Tupperware box of random shit.
Gotcha.
It's
Well, whatever works.
working as a pretty good desk.
Yeah, it's jerry rigged. It works, buddy. Who cares?
Yeah.
What kind of are those? Are Beats? Your earbuds? Your headphones? Beats? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Are they pretty good?
They play music.
Yeah, these because like I know for Beats are great for bass and listening to things, but like if you're mixing sound or anything, you want something like Audio Technicas because Beats are really bass heavy, and these are super nice. Well, they're not for me. They're
I mean, it's
super
really,
nice.
yeah, I mean, I've had these for quite some time, you know. Um, it's just good to be able to listen to music and chill out whenever you really want to.
Beats are really nice to listen to because the sound's really good and the bass is really heavy, so it makes shit like fucking like fucking hard, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that shit slaps, son. Yeah, it does though, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope though, man. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. I'm glad you shared that little story. I'm thinking about like the dude Dick you're telling me about.
yeah,
It's like just if we leave you on one note saying go talk to an old person.
right.
They probably got something cool to tell you.
Right. Well, they do though. It's true,
As long as
man.
it's not like Epstein or something.
Yeah, that's probably somebody you don't want to take advice from him. He's getting people in trouble, I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think this is great. I think this has been a great first kind of test out for all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
I hope this recorded.
Yeah. Well, it's still good to talk anyways.
Oh yeah, it's always a pleasure, brother. Yeah, but let's talk about things off air, man. Search for meaning. I wanted to talk to you. What else do we want to talk about?
We'll talk about it after.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop the recording right now, and then we can just
All right.
talk for a little bit. So thanks if anybody listening to this. Thank you so much. Signing out. Tyler, any last words?
Thanks.
Thanks. All right, perfect.